when we had talked about the Fuel Up and Fuel Up to Play 60, how can we evolve that to be a better program throughout the United States for all kids?
Well, and Audrey, we are so lucky to have the leadership of dairy farmers like you who have pushed us as Checkoff staff to maintain the legacy, but constantly think differently, constantly be responding with opportunities that bring more value to dairy farmers. And I think, as you said, Fuel Up is a perfect example of how we have retained that impact of the past, but we're going to be doing things that are going to deliver even more scale of impact. And as we talked about, schools have just changed dramatically through the pandemic, but in so many different ways. And Fuel Up to Play 60 was a great way to get kids excited and kids invested in creating healthy change for their school communities. But now our opportunities are so much bigger than just even one singular in-school program. So as you said, we're going to be expanding to Fuel Up. So beyond Fuel to Play 60, Fuel Up, because truly, good nutrition that's in dairy can fuel so much more than physical activity. It's at the heart of how we make sure our kids have a healthy start, not only in the school day, but for the rest of their lives. So we're going to leverage the platform of Fuel Up to partners beyond the NFL. We still have a strong relationship with the NFL. They care so deeply about dairy farmers. Commissioner Goodell really wants to continue to support dairy farmers. But this is going to let us bring in a whole range of partners that we work with. So many, American Academy of Pediatrics, Mayo Clinic. There's so many great partners that we have that care about the power of nutrition. And we're going to leverage that to help infuse lifelong habits for kids. We have been talking with our teacher relationships, which the state and regional organizations who we know are really at the front line, who have been delivering this change in schools. We've been talking with the teachers who are advocates of Fuel Up, and they are so happy about this change. They have said, yes, this is the world that we're dealing with. We need to focus on things like what's going to drive academic achievement? How are we going to support social and emotional health for these kids? There's so many other expectations on our teachers today, and they have been thrilled that we're going to bring so many more additional resources to them. And I think the other thing that I'm so excited about is we're still going to have the ability to bring the power of dairy farming into schools, thankfully, from farmers like you who do it personally. But some of the work that I'm extremely excited about is how we're helping high school science curriculum writers design curriculum based on visits to the farm. So we have science curriculum writers who are traveling to farms all across the country doing multi-day intensives where they're working with dairy farmers like you. They're understanding the science behind milk production and animal care and land management. And then they're taking those learnings and they're infusing them into high school curriculum so that even if we all can't visit every school in this country as many times as we want to, the story of dairy farming, the accuracy of it, the understanding of how it's such an important part of food security, of our economy, all of that is now being delivered at a much larger scale. And I think, like you said, it's just taking the legacy that you created and making it continue on such a bigger level.
And